Kia ora and hello there, I'm Justin and welcome to my backyard, one of the most extraordinary living places in the world. For more than 100 years, people have been visiting here to see the thermal attractions of Whakarewarewa Valley, to experience a unique way of life that blends the traditional culture of the Māori race with the use of the thermal activity that lies around us. As a tour guide here at our village, I not only have the privilege of engaging with visitors from all over the world, I'm taking part in a long established tradition that began back in the 19th century. There have been plenty of changes over the years, but the fascination of Whakarewarewa Village is an enduring one that keeps this as one of the must-see attractions of Rotorua.
Whatever the size of the group, all our tours start here at the entrance to Te Whakarewarewatanga o Te Ope Tawa Wāhiao.
Come along this way, folks. It's world famous because when I was a child, I used to jump and dive off this bridge because people have been throwing money into the children for over 100 years. My mum did the same thing. My grandmother did the same thing. These were the types of shelters that my early ancestors lived in though, because they were travellers. They would go and they would fish, they would hunt, they would cultivate, they would grow their foods, and then in winter time come and live where it was nice and warm. What we're going to see today, folks, is never colder than 90 degrees Celsius. Okay, some of the hotter pools though can go right up over 150 degrees Celsius. So yeah, don't fall in around here, folks.
These natural steam vents have always been used for cooking. Covered, the steam produces truly delicious food that makes an ideal lunchtime option for our visitors.
This is Pare Kohuru. This hot water spring here is between 90 and 98 degrees Celsius. It was measured 17 metres deep. The bottom depth is actually, well, the bottom temperature more so, is 280 degrees Celsius. And we actually use this water to fill our baths. That's how easy it is. You'll see all these wonderful creations that Mother Nature does just out of the geothermal, all these beautiful colours. You'll see things like sulphur as well. You'll see the yellow there. That's that beautiful smell you all love. This is your hot pool. You don't get much hotter than, pools like this, especially when you get water exploded out of the ground. One of the best things about working here, ladies, is you get a free facial as well. We're going to go and have a look at some baths now, folks, and this is where you'll be able to actually touch the water. Now, every morning at 8:30, we empty out these baths, we clean them, and then we fill them. Because you're here during the day, folks, we can't come and have a bath, so we only bathe when we close at night at 5 o'clock and before we open at 8:30 in the morning.
There are plenty of outstanding views of the world-famous geysers, but remember that the geysers are located outside the village area.
People always ask, how far can you trace your genealogy back? I can trace my genealogy back to when my ancestors first came here, now over 1,000 years ago. This house stove, we use it for everything. We have weddings, we have funerals, we have church services, we have all the family and the tribal meetings that go on within our village. It's like it's the centre of where everything happens. No one person owns this house, folks. It belongs to every individual within the tribe.
Kiku simply means to swing, to sway.
This is just one of the cultural demonstrations that is part of the village experience.
Okay, for those that haven't been to the show yet, folks, up in this building here is where the concert is going to be at 2 o'clock.
Depending on the weather and the season, our twice daily concerts may be outside or inside. Throughout the tour, our visitors are constantly reminded of our history and the celebration of our past.
Here's a cemetery you don't see every day, folks. We can't dig 6 feet into the ground, so the only thing we can do is bury above ground in concrete tombs.
No visit is complete without viewing the amazing mud pools. And to complete the tour, there's a final opportunity to witness the power and the natural grace of the Whakarewarewa geysers.
This vantage point is one of my favourite places. From it, the view sums up a lot of what is special about my home. Visitors leave here not just with a new perspective of our culture and customs, but also the feeling that they have witnessed a way of life that can only be found here. Whakarewarewa is special, and personally I'm proud to be able to provide a welcome to our visitors, and with the other guides make that personal connection that is so much part of the Whakarewarewa village experience.